Before we begin this podcast, unfortunately, there's been a slight blip in the radar due to unforeseen reasons that I'm really don't have any liberty of saying because I don't have any answers for why specific things happen. Healy will not be joining us for the foreseeable future. I do apologize for this, but sadly there have been some fucking developments and I'm a little hurt right now, to be perfectly honest, but actually I'm a lot hurt, to be honest, but sadly the show must go on. Well, in this case it can. It's not like back in 1999 when you know what happened and over the fucking edge. From one bad horror show to another supposed horror show. This time, the horror show at Extreme Rules. You know, there's only one fucking horror show, and it's, well, you see it every Monday and Friday night. And now, we have another one to deal with, even though only, 2 matches really should qualify for this so-called ruling? Even then, I don't get it. I seriously I don't get it. There's at least more, I guess, stipulation matches than there are non-stipulation matches. That's more evenly balanced. Not really saying much, though. I'm Coffee Lover 239, and with me is our resident John Moxley stan Steven. Say hi, man.
Everyone, hope everyone having a good Friday. Oh, Saturday. My bad.
Saturday. Yeah, and let's just get this over with. First match is Drew McIntyre versus Dolph Ziggler in some kind of stipulation match for the fucking WWE Championship. We don't know what that stipulation is, and we won't know till tomorrow. Yeah, so after being drafted to Raw from NXT in the 2018 Superstar Shakeup, Drew McIntyre aligned himself with Dolph Ziggler. Why? Don't fucking ask me why. This is another odd pairing that didn't need to fucking happen, if I'm being perfectly honest. Although the team saw success in winning Raw Tag Team Championship, they eventually broke up. Ziggler was moved to SmackDown the following year, while McIntyre remained on Raw and won the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 36 Part 2 in early 2020. On the June 22nd episode of Raw, McIntyre was interrupted by Ziggler, who was traded to Raw. Ziggler brought up their history together, claiming credit for McIntyre's success, and stated that McIntyre owed him a title match. McIntyre, noting that he needed an opponent for Extreme Rules, or rather wanted one more aptly, reminded Ziggler that it was him who gave him the nickname the Scottish Psychopath, but a bunch of bullshit I'm calling on that one, and asked if Ziggler wanted a title match, and Ziggler confirmed. During the contract signing the following week, McIntyre told Ziggler that he could choose the stipulation for the match. And as I stated, we don't know what the stipulation is. Something that has never been seen before, but that's probably a load of crap. Last week I saw labeled it a TLC match, but we've seen that plenty of times before. Unless they're discontinuing the gimmick pay-per-views, which I am all for personally, after what happened at last year's HIAC. Yeah, I'm not going back on that one.
I was there, people.
I know, man, and my heart still aches for you for that. But I don't really know. Does this Ziggler even really have a chance? No, he feels like a transitional opponent for Drew McIntyre in the real feud at SummerSlam. It's where the real money match is going to be. If
Kofi couldn't beat Dolph, Drew can beat Dolph,
Yeah, I know. Steven, who do you think's going to win?
McIntyre he's gonna beat Dolph Ziggler. I don't care what match. Steel cage match, falls count anywhere match, any match.
Yeah.
Probably gonna be a steel cage match, but
Yeah, I'm gonna go with McIntyre on this one as well. He still needs to have that strong reign, He's been booked pretty well throughout his reign.
That match with Bobby Lashley was pretty good.
Probably better than it had any real right to be. but yeah, I'm gonna go with Drew McIntyre to win. Our next match is Asuka versus Sasha Banks for the Raw Women's Championship. On the June 22nd episode of Raw, after successfully retaining the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship, co-champion Sasha Banks issued a challenge to Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship, which Asuka accepted for Extreme Rules. Though Banks is a SmackDown wrestler, she and Bayley can appear on any show, as the Women's Tag Team Championship is shared between Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. But that's just that. The women's tag belts. When it comes to singles action, kind of a different story. But I'm willing to give him a mulligan for this one because, well, it's Asuka and it's Sasha Banks. They've faced off at least maybe a couple times, once or twice in the past, I think a couple years or so, but never really fully on pay-per-view for like a championship, you know. Both women are very good in the ring. Both are good at what they do. Actually, I should say great at what they do. So I do think this should be a pretty solid match overall. Steven, who do you think's going to win?
Asuka's going to defeat Sasha Banks.
Yeah, pretty much there. It'll probably be some interference. Like Bayley may try to, but Sasha doesn't unfortunately get the job done because Bayley interferes and it backfires. Asuka retains, and well, there's the catalyst for their feud actually to happen, hopefully for SummerSlam. I mean, I know they wanted to do it in front of a crowd, but sorry, you're just gonna have to bite the bullet, unfortunately. And speaking of Bayley, next match is Bayley versus Nikki Cross for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I just wanted to say stipulation match, but there is none, but that's alright. Anyways, on the June 19th episode of SmackDown, Nikki Cross attacked Women's Tag Team Champions Bayley and Sasha Banks, leading to a match between Cross and Banks that Cross lost. The following week, Cross won a fatal four-way match to earn a SmackDown Women's Championship match against Bayley at Extreme Rules. Now, Money in the Bank, Braun Strowman retained the Universal Championship against... Oh god, what am I doing? I'm getting ahead of myself. Did you see what this is doing to me? Oh, fuck it. Alright, sorry folks, I just kind of want to get through this like I said. Yeah, this is sadly another filler one for Bayley, because I don't really see Cross winning the belt here, unfortunately. I mean, both are good at what they do. I just wish we had the Nikki Cross of NXT, you know, not paired up at the hip with Alexa Bliss for no goddamn reason. And, you know, personality, individuality. Yeah. Steven, who do you think's gonna win?
Bayley.
Bayley those straps. And I agree. I'm gonna go with Bayley as well. I don't see Cross winning. And we need to have that Bayley-Sasha feud. And, yeah, Bayley still needs the SmackDown Women's Championship for it, quite frankly. And all we really need is that belt. So, yeah, Bayley. Now, here's the match I'm so eager to get to. Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt in a Wyatt Swamp fight. No title match, not The Fiend. This is the old Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt. At Money in the Bank, Braun Strowman retained the Universal Championship against Bray Wyatt. This was the Firefly Funhouse Bray. Wyatt returned on the June 19th episode of SmackDown in a Firefly Funhouse segment that was interrupted by Strowman, who declared that Wyatt had his chance at Money in the Bank, but failed. Wyatt stated the rivalry was just getting started before appearing as his old cult leader persona of the Wyatt family. Wyatt stated that since he created Strowman, it was his job to destroy him. The following week, Strowman recounted how he initially joined Wyatt, reciting a story about their time at the Wyatt's compound in the Florida swamps. Strowman then challenged Wyatt to return to the swamp for a fight, and a non-title match between the two, called the Wyatt Swamp Fight, was scheduled for Extreme Rules. Looking at this fucking match, with it being non-title and Braun already having one up over Bray, you think they would have something for Bray to to basically get a one-up back on, because that promo Strowman cut, he was fucking scared shitless, quite frankly. Because if he doesn't, or he does put the old Eater of Worlds down, boom, the Fiend comes back, and then it's all over for Strowman. I don't even know. To be honest, I'm not feeling Strowman as Universal Champion, but we're still going to have to wait till SummerSlam for him to get that fucking title off of him. It's just had bad luck, that belt.
What is the Fiend? Look at the Fiend at SummerSlam.
Oh, it needs to be the fucking Fiend. He drops it to at SummerSlam, but I'm worried that they may just fuck him up again like they did earlier this year. Yeah. And as for this match, it's cinematic. What more can you really say? Most of the cinematic matches have been pretty damn good, although the backlot brawl could have been a little better. Hey, but still, I'd take the fucking backlot brawl over whatever the hell Raiders, Viking, blah 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 against the Prophets was at Backlash. Jesus H. Christ, that was shit. Steven, who do you think's gonna win?
Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman? Well, if you're really gonna have to rise the Fiend, probably is gonna be Braun Strowman, considering they want to just finally put down the Eater of Worlds for good. Just leave that shit in the past, and given how they fucked that incarnation up of Bray, yeah. It probably won't even matter, considering this is non-title and cinematic. The real important match will be SummerSlam, so going with fucking Strowman on this one. No, I'm not gonna do the thing. Let's just go to the next match. Our next match is Rey Mysterio versus Seth Rollins in an eye for an eye match. And it's worth noting the match can only be won when one competitor extracts an eye of their opponent. I swear to God, you cannot make this shit up. But this company is PG. One of the Usos was like, "Hey, Big E, let's keep it PG. You know what's good. Just don't get all rated R like your boy Xavier Woods."
Oh.
Except that was the rated R was sex. This is going to be literal eye extraction. On the May 11th episode of Raw, Rey Mysterio and Aleister Black defeated Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy by disqualification. After the match, an enraged Rollins used the corner of the steel steps to pierce Mysterio's eye, taking Mysterio out of action. During this time, Mysterio's son, Dominic, attempted to stand up to Rollins against Mysterio's wishes. On the June 22nd episode, Rollins attempted to pierce Dominic's eye, but was unsuccessful. Mysterio then challenged Rollins to a match at Extreme Rules. On the July 6th episode, Mysterio and Kevin Owens defeated Rollins and Murphy in a tag team match, allowing Mysterio to pick the stipulation for their match at Extreme Rules. Mysterio chose an eye for an eye match, something that actually has never been done before, as far as my knowledge is concerned.
From AEW, they did actually.
That wasn't really quite the objective of the match, but like, what happened was they just had him like that, and Mox ended up faking losing an eye or having his eye pierced. Like, it was faked because, one up on the inner circle, and it worked. WWE later confirmed that in order to win the match, one competitor must extract an eye of their opponent. And I bet you're all wondering, how the fuck are they gonna do this? Well, your guess is as good as mine, because I have no idea how they're gonna do this. Rumors of CG, it's gonna look silly, it may be part cinematic. Fuck, they may not even actually do the eye extraction. Shit, we may even have Dominic actually sacrifice himself by, like, joining joining Seth Rollins' disciples, becoming a disciple, and sacrifice himself, like joining him to save his father. Or who even knows? There's rumors that Rollins might get an eye pierced and be written off TV to be with his fiancée, Becky Lynch, or wife. Are they fucking fully married now? I don't even remember. Are they? Hold on. Check. I don't see. I'm checking. I don't. Well, nothing about their marriage, but we'll just say fiance, yeah. because his fiance, Becky Lynch, you know she's having a baby. But we don't know. On the other hand, Mysterio is working without a WWE contract. Yeah, shaky ground. Contract. Shaky ground, yeah. And that he may pierce the other eye out or write him out. And there's rumors that he may go to AEW because, you know, they may not see him like this and blah, blah. It's a giant fucking mess. It's so ridiculous. So over the top. And we're probably all curious how they're going to fuck it up or make it so spectacularly, you know, and then it's just going to be a massive letdown. I don't know.
The vessel that went to AEW so fast was Matt Hardy. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Steven, who do you think's going to win?
Seth. Easily.
Why do you say that?
Because I was about to say because Dominic might betray his father, and you know.
I don't think he would do that. I don't think he would betray his father. Not necessarily. It could be some backfire interference or some shit. I don't know. But you got your pick. I don't really. You know what? I'm gonna go with.
Maybe Alistair might be in there, and even Umberto.
Loser. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Seth as well. Not for the reasons you stated, but just because, yeah. Our next match is Apollo Crews versus MVP for the United States Championship.
New design.
Yeah, the new belt. On the June 15th episode of Raw, MVP approached U.S. champion Apollo Crews and told him he needed a manager if he wanted to continue his title reign, but Crews declined the offer. The following week, MVP again tried to convince Crews to join, but then Crews again declined. Then MVP defeated Crews in a non-title match on the June 29th episode. The following week, MVP unveiled a new U.S. champion belt design and stated that he would face Crews for the title at Extreme Rules. Kind of looked a little bit more shinier than they were making it up to be. Not bad, but just, I don't know, just all the titles of the Ruthless Aggression era have now been officially retired, and that makes me feel old.
Well, I started in 2010, so...
Yeah, but that design was still being used. But look at...
The Intercontinental Champion was not the right one. It was like a black one. It was like 2004 Intercontinental Champion.
I have to look.
Yeah.
Alright, looking at this match, though... Crews has still got some shine needing to go for the mid-card scene, and him at this title reign here would be more important. I don't see why MVP needs to fucking win. Like, I thought he was retired. Like, hey, he just had the one match with Mysterio, the one-off return at the Rumble, apparently tried out for a backstage agent, and then somehow now he's back in the fucking ring. Like, I don't like this. I really don't. I don't mind him as like a manager and a mouthpiece. That's fine as well, especially what he's doing with Bobby Lashley. But I don't know. I don't think he really needs the run right now. Steven, who do you think's gonna win?
Apollo Crews, definitely. You know, he just won the title like 3 weeks ago, and
not 3 weeks
this was
ago.
The only title left. A month ago. You know,
a little longer, but I still.
And the old United States champion was the last one that had that name plates. Now every title now has side plates now. Fun fact.
Yeah. I'm also going to go with Apollo Crews. I don't see MVP needing this. You think it would be Bobby Lashley, but no, I guess they're going to have to build up, and that may be for SummerSlam. We'll see. And finally, we come to the end of it all. New Day, Big E and Kofi Kingston, still missing Xavier Woods, versus Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura, who are still together for some stupid fucking reason. Tables match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. There's no even build onto the match, but I don't even feel like going into it. All I'll say is that the only reason Cesaro and Nakamura are in this spot is because Jackson Riker went and opened his mouth on Twitter about some things, and major shit happened, and yeah, Forgotten Sons will be forgotten when all is said and done. But the fucking tag division's such a goddamn mess. Heavy Machinery has been off, and even Otis himself has been off TV for a while. There might be some other stuff. And Manny and the Rose, yeah, and Money in the Bank too, and Sonya Deville, and all that madness still. Not to mention, yeah, all that's left is, who is there? Fucking Lucha House Party? No thanks.
Nope.
I don't even know, but I would say end the New Day's reign, but shit, who else really is there? I don't even know.
I did like with the Lucha House Party at Elimination Chamber. That was amazing. What they put up at this year. Was it this year? Yeah, this year.
Yeah, this year, before the world completely went to shit. Whatever, I don't even care. Just, Steven, who do you think's gonna win?
I gotta go with Shinsuke and Cesaro. Cesaro, it's been a while since Cesaro having a title, and I like Shinsuke and Cesaro, so.
No,
I think New Day has had the title for a long time. You know, it feels like New Day is the only one that has been holding the titles for a lot. So I gotta go with Cesaro and Shinsuke on this one.
How long have they been specifically holding it? Yikes! Holy shit! They're almost 7 fucking days away. You know, next week they will have been the longest reigning SmackDown Tag Team Champions. 6 reigns under their belts, surpassing the Usos. Well, I'll be damned. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the New Day. Clearly, they're gonna smash that record undoubtedly. So yeah,
that was the only match we made. That's the tiebreaker match, probably right there. Or something
I
like
don't
that.
even care really about it. I'm just gonna.
That one might be the pre-show. No, it's not, because tables match wouldn't be the pre-show.
Nothing is. Hey, I wouldn't get ahead of that. Remember a couple years back? Was it last year or was it the year before? No, it was the year before. Go back to 2018. There was a tables match on the pre-show at 2018 Extreme Rules, and funnily enough, it actually had the New Day in it. But it was, but they lost to Sanity.
Yeah, Sanity, duh.
I wish they didn't drop the ball with Sanity. Yeah, I'm going to go with the New Day, actually. Clearly, they're going to smash that record because that's what they love to do. I apologize if I sound deflated by it all, but the hype for the pay-per-view, I'm not really feeling it, and with other existential things happening, I'm not sure what to do, quite frankly. I really don't. I have to think. I'm hoping this pay-per-view is at least decent. There should be a few good matches, but you always have to keep your expectations low with this company, so when you're pleasantly surprised by how things turn out, he's like, well, that wasn't that bad. Yeah, I want to thank Steven here as all for being with me. Say bye, Steven.
See you guys, have a wonderful weekend. You know, watch Extreme Rules. It's gonna be interesting a little bit.
Well, or not, I don't know. Just, and are we gonna even do another? I don't know. I don't.
The next time we might see might be actually next is SummerSlam and NXT Takeover Boston. I think. Well,
don't get ahead of yourself for Boston, man. I don't see that happening, and it's probably gonna end up like Tampa, where they just, they just air the matches they had planned on NXT TV over like the next 2 weeks or so. That's probably the plan. So it'll probably be SummerSlam, but whatever. Maybe next, or hell, once I figure this whole situation out, maybe I'll have a separate video on my own discussing this. We'll see. So until next time, just be safe and be kind to each other.